no, it is getting in their head after all the amount of time that EDG have focused on this Jace. So now Uzi going to be able to get this one picked up, still going to opt into the Maokai.
This
still want to remember to flex.
This is a draft that EDG are prepared for, right? Like the speed at which the Kai'Sa and Maokai come through, this is exactly what they've been hoping Top Esports would do on the blue side. I'm curious, like you say, if the Maokai goes to the support and what they end up locking in for the rest of this draft, I want to see the rest of this plan from EDG, because make no mistake, this is pre-planned.
Now for TES, we said it, if you can't get your hands on the Kai'Sa, it feels like VODS being that next high priority. Now I wonder if they end up going for the Sejuani here, kind of comboing that with the Jace and you know, getting yourself some kind of melee topside, which is pretty much standard of the meta, right? You get hints of Kennen or Gnar here or there, but just as melee top laners, and try and sync up that way. Yeah, it has actually been something we've seen EDG play, but not something we've seen Tian pick up just yet. So Tian's still just going to opt into the stock and standard Sejuani coming out.
And instantly FoFo goes for the Azir, something we know him for over the years. Very much a FoFo pick. Braum going to be taken off of the board here by EDG, as they're feeling confident. They've got a lot of range in their composition, but so do Top Esports. I'm curious if JackeyLove will go for lethality on this Varus. I believe we saw it game 1 of the series. One of the... they're all kind of blurred together. We're in game 5 at this point. But we've seen it before. JackeyLove went with that lethality, and it looked pretty damn good to me. Nautilus taken away from Meiko.
And I wonder if that Braum is signaling that maybe EDG will look for an Ornn pick of their own and just set up for, again, everyone flying in onto the TES composition. Now for second ban, I mean, you still have things like Rel that are on the board that can fit quite nicely into that bot lane. You always Rakan that has to be on your mind. But hell, even like we said, EDG being able to put that Maokai in support, I think gives them a lot of options with what they go with. So if you're not going to ban a support, I don't really know if there's like an optimal top lane ban here. Maybe just the orange from the fact that you have a mobile carries and they ban the Braum, but still plenty of other things that Ala would be able to go towards. So instead, caring more about the lane presence and the lane dominance that Ala can put up with something like a Renekton.
Yeah, I'm curious what the lock-in is here for EDG, just because the Maokai is still a flex for Meiko until a support is locked in or a jungler is locked in, right? So you could blind top lane for Alice and see... What? Skarner? It's a Maokai support!
So we get the Maokai support coming out. We have Skarner. We were just saying immobile carries, and so we were projecting about top lane engaged tanks, but instead bringing this one out. Going to try and put constant pressure on Rookie and JackeyLove. Now to see how TS build around it. They get their hands on the Rel instead, so going to be able to go with that, bring more engaged to the table. And now I'm curious where where Wayward looks with this top side, because now, I mean, Ala's going to get counterpick. You could try and go back to the Gnar.
The thing is,
but I love this.
We don't actually know that this is even a Skarner jungle. It could be Skarner top. It could be Maokai support. We could still have a jungle as the final pick, for God's sake. Like, it's not like Skarner jungle is super meta or anything like that. Poppy comes through, and it will be a top lane. So it will be Skarner. You'd assume in the jungle. Please, not Skarner support. I beg you, EDG. We'll see what Ala wants to go up against this Poppy.
Yeah, he's going to have his pick of the litter. If they did go for this, I mean, they have the Azir, which could provide them a lot of wave clear, but I'd love to see them just opt into more 5v5, because that's where EDG have been looking. We need to remember that TS have kind of earlier in the series been the ones that felt like they had a better grasp on some of these side lanes. So big team fighting able to come out for EDG, but the threat that Jiejie is going to have to be able to put on them, right? Especially level 6 Ippius flash up. You should just be able to blow a flash from Rookie or JackeyLove outright to get things going. And for TS, I mean, interesting, right? Not going to have as much damage if the game goes on, especially when you are dealing with so many frontliners from EDG. And I'm kind of liking what EDG have picked up. I'm kind of liking what they have cooked with this Skarner. It's going to be a fun one, Mudge.
This is a hell of a way to finish out a series. The Skarner coming through. I'm channeling my inner Captain Flowers. Someone get him on. Game 5, here we go. The Gyos ringing out true. Silver scrapes in your ears. And EDG again, some level 1 shenanigans. This time, Top Esports have it under wraps. Nothing going to kick off from the word go here. And we're going to be looking towards these shrines for the Skarner. Jiejie coming out of left field here. I can't wait to see what he's got in store.
Right. And I'm just imagining, again, post 6, the amount of pressure he's going to be able to put on this mid and this bot lane. How much damage he's going to be able to get done. But you highlighted it, Top Esports, they have learned. EDG are consistently going for like level 1 aggression. Meiko, they're probably just trying to make his way in to get a bit of vision down, but ends up getting chunked out and paying for it. And now it looked like they were going to try and like see if they can circumvent Meiko on his wraparound. Are spotted out by Uzi, so nothing going to come out from it just yet.
To be honest, I feel like Meiko got away with that lightly. Like, didn't have to flash or anything. Top Esports maybe could have committed a little harder, but perhaps thought Meiko had friends nearby to so boldly solo invade for vision like that. And it will be a chicken start for Tian as he'll path up towards that top side, you'd imagine, unless he wants to get involved in bot lane early on as JackeyLove and Mark. Once again, aggressive positioning to start the lane. They have been winning out in the 2v2 when it's been an even scenario to start us off. And they're looking like they're posturing to do the same again.
Yeah, doing a nice job finding these trades. They know they're going to hit level 2, like you're saying. And I feel like this is really going to be their win condition, is just relying on the strength that they've had for most of the series, right? Which has been the amount of work they've been able to get done in the first 2 levels, through the 2v2s, through the 1v1 in mid lane. And then hoping they could snowball that, because again, EDG are going to get so terrifying when this does hit later on.
Apparently, Jiejie's flying around the map.
Apparently, it hasn't been that long since we've seen a Skarner. How did this year? Meteor picking it up earlier in the year against Share Adam.
Well, there you have it. Meteor has always been a player that's willing to bring out some wacky picks. Jiejie inspired by him as Mark moves in to invade alongside Tian. Jiejie wants to try and contest this one. Smite available for Tian, and he will take that blue buff away. So Jiejie denied his camp there. Despite him having a faster clear towards this bottom side, it's still Tian that gets the advantage.
Yeah, just look across the minimap, right? All 3 lanes of prio for TES. So it's giving Tian a lot of room to play with. Looks like for now, he still wants to explore around the bot lane. Maybe just waiting around, trying to guarantee that he gets that Scuttle Crab because he knows that Jiejie is still on the side of the map. So he can try and use his presence from his 2v2, get this Scuttle Crab, then make his way up towards that top side and play off the power that Wayward's had so far in the 1v1.
And Tian, very much a player that has been hit or miss across the course of the year. Mostly hit, I would say, for Top Esports. As he moves towards the mid lane, FoFo looks like he'll get away. Tian spotted, but he'll just move up to that top crab. He can then clear his top quadrant, and then Raptors should pretty much perfectly spawn as he finishes that off.
That's so good efficiency coming out from him to make the most of it. And for TES, I mean, despite the fact that we're talking about them being able to accrue early advantages, still a lot of it going to come once we get this online in Ala.
Ala could be in big trouble here as Wayward charges forward to try and start this play off. Flash forced out from Ala. You're going to be happy with that one. No chance of a dive coming out from Sejuani Poppy. But still, advantage taken there with a summoner spell for nothing. Tian can return back into his jungle as Mark. 2v1 trading here, winning out against Meiko.
Mark doing a great job just enabling JackeyLove in the series. Going back to the previous play, though, I wonder if it's worth for Tian to commit ganks like that topside this early on, instead of just keeping up with his clear and being able to get, you know, a few more levels under his belt, try and hit that level 6 and really have presence. I think it'll be quite hard to even try and punish his flash in topside that Ala's lost.
FoFo forced away by Rookie there. I'm keeping my eyes on this mid lane matchup as well. Does feel like Rookie has had the general advantage in mid lane during the laning phase across the course of this series, getting MVP in both of the games that Top Esports won in the series. We'll see if he can do it. This will be his first Jace game of the series, though. It's been FoFo all day long on that Jace, with Rookie finding the advantage on the LeBlanc when they've been on that blue side. And that's the difference. That's the matchup that I think is going to make a big difference, alongside, obviously, this jungle. Jiejie moving in, spotted by Mark, though, and his control ward will be denied.
Sadly, only as one, so not going to be able to get any more information off that now, just knowing that Mark's making his way back to lane. I feel like the most crucial of information, but maybe knowing, hey, there would be no window to try to all-in JackeyLove here. And JackeyLove, for a little bit, should have been getting solo XP, so should be a bit closer to level 5 in some of the trades that are going to be available.
And instantly trading off of that level 5, half of the HP of Uzi taken away as Ala ults back into the lane here. So far, falling reasonably far behind this Poppy. Wayward having a much better job of it with a tank for Ala. I guess it depends if you count the Poppy as a tank, because the way that Ala was playing it earlier, it didn't feel that way. Felt like more of a carry, but now that he's on a bit of a weaker matchup, feels like he's being contained a little bit more by Wayward in the top side.
Like you said last game, we didn't... Oh, you're right. I'll just be able to run him down.
I think he's okay. I think he'll get away with this one here. The knockup is there, but he can't follow it up. Can't finish it off. TP available for Wayward as well, so shouldn't lose too much CS.
Yeah, getting a replay of when Ala got yeeted out of the lane earlier and having to use that ult to be able to get back. At the meantime, though, TES still doing a nice job of controlling bot lane, and it's going off of what we talked about in the draft, right? Of utilizing that VODS pressure. They have a ton of vision around now, so they'd spot Jiejie coming pretty much anywhere other than a lane gank, which always will be a possibility, right? Meiko could always just go for a twisted advance. Jiejie, even if he had to utilize a flash to get in range to try to get that ulti off on the JackeyLove, it is still very doable. But Herald going to be spawning in 45 seconds, so a lot of the work that Wayward has done to keep pressure on topside might be coming out in favor of TS if they decide to rotate their bot lane up towards topside and pick that one up.
That'll be crucial for them. Top Esports, more early game tools than what we saw from them on the red side as Tian moves into this bottom lane. Uzi still both summoners available, but they could just target the support. That's a flash out from Uzi. Meiko next on the chopping block. He's got no flash available to him, and he's taken down. First blood for Tian.
I love the discipline, too. Knows he doesn't need to commit the ult for the play. They have enough CC between them, so they find that. Now you can get wave in, and that's where I'd love to see them at least bringing Mark up towards topside, using this Poppy's pressure, and getting themselves another neutral objective.
We'll see if they can. Wayward does have to be cautious. That Skarner is level 6 at this point, and you know, we always talk about Nocturne level 6. Well, Skarner level 6 is even more of a crucial moment in the game. He needs to find something with that ultimate. He needs to find a way to create presence for his team, and especially with an Azir, you can find players knocked all the way into the enemy territory underneath those towers with the Skarner ult, with the Azir ult on top of it. Minion DMAT used in the mid lane to try and fight for priority here for Rookie.
Yeah, but look at the minimap. So EDG have already accepted that they can't go for this. They have pressure up in top lane. They were able to bring over their support first. So it looks like they're hoping that JackeyLove's going to stay under turret a little bit too long. We'll see how good JackeyLove's senses are. JackeyLove, no. No, there we go.
He figures it out. He knows something's up here. Meiko, when he hits level 6 on this Maokai as well, just think about that. Maokai ult into Skarner ult. That is a scary combo to have to play into as JackeyLove. I would fully expect a QSS to come through this game.
They're going to go for a dive.
TP from Ala. They want to go underneath this tower. Everybody around. It's 4v2. JackeyLove and Mark versus the world here. TP in as JackeyLove trying to get himself to safety, but he's pulled out of safety and taken down. Rookie is here to try and carry the fight. Big damage onto Uzi here. Rookie protected by Mark. They're tanking the tower for too long, though. It's all gone wrong. And Rookie with another. Ala under the tower. Double for Rookie. And here comes Tian looking for Uzi. Over the wall he goes, and down Uzi will fall. One more swing at a flail. The snipe goes wide. And Top Esports find the early fight.
Top Esports finding 4 kills out of the aggressive play made by EDG. Wayward, a huge benefactor, picking up waves, picking up turret plates in this top side. And now a 3K gold lead out of thin air for TS. I mean, the plan's good. Bring Ala over, go for the side. I didn't think Rookie would make it in time to have any impact. We see the initial stun come out from Mark, a flash from JackeyLove buys a little bit of time, and Jiejie does ult him down, but it's gonna be here where they're not actually waiting for anything to go through. Uzi actually took a turret shot too long, Meiko as well, but Mark with the crash down, locking them down for so long. And yeah, the turret aggro, the juggling just really wasn't there for EDG, and overestimating their damage. Great fancy footwork coming out from Rookie too to survive as long as he did. I mean, hell, it didn't go down at all, right?
Manages to dodge the W at the end there as well, crucially. Because a kill to Uzi would have almost made it worth. But look at this gold lead for Top Esports. They're 3,000 gold up at 10 minutes. And it's off the back of EDG's play. Once again, in this series, it feels like it's been the story every single game. The team that wins is the team that lets the other team make a play.
Yeah, it's sad because we've been asking for, you know, EDG to maybe show a bit more urgency throughout the series. They finally do, and it comes back to bite them. It feels bad like last game when Rookie had the push of like games having defining moments like that could just end the game right there, right? Still 3K gold lead in tow. You now have items finished up almost across the board. Wayward tanking out, Tian gonna have his mythic build up. Static Shiv now picked up for JackeyLove, so only more presence gonna be gained in this 2v2 with being able to push these waves. But Meiko,
he's got his roots available. Tian is moving over though. Jiejie is going to be spotted here, and suddenly Top Esports will know something's going on. But Meiko is behind JackeyLove here. Cleanse is available for JackeyLove. He's got to use it and does as the root comes out onto the Skarner, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team is there to finish him off. Meiko grabs the kill. JackeyLove down. A great play from EDG. What else can they get?
I don't know, but this whole time, Rookie and Tian just getting wards placed in this jungle. Look how lit up it is. But they might just be between a rock and a hard place.
Tian in trouble. The Sand Soldiers come on in, and he's still damn tanky. It takes all 5 of them to bring him down with that Righteous Glory early on. But it's another pick for EDG and another step closer to an even gold slate. 2,000 now the lead for Top Esports. But certainly a good sequence of plays for the side of EDG.
Yeah, just smart positioning coming out from Meiko to make that play possible. We can look at the gold leads across the board, the most meaningful ones being in top and jungle. Looks like they were both just under a 1K gold lead. But EDG's trying to bring it back with some of these picks. Because in that play, it looked like Top Esports were trying to start setting up for a potential dive around bot lane. But the fact that Meiko had that unexpected positioning allowed them to find the first pick, and then now the rest of Top Esports left in such a weird position. It allowed for the second kill to come through.
And it's so crucial as well that we see this Maokai flex that we were all so excited about from EDG. We've seen it previously against OMG. And it's fantastic to see Meiko clearly has game plans around this flex. It's not just like a quirky pick for the sake of trying to have some quirks in his pool, you know. They clearly have planned around this. They clearly have strategies based on the Maokai, and now bringing the Skarner in alongside it. It's fantastic to see EDG executing on some of these plays, not just letting Top Esports run away with the early game lead that they had, because that is worst case scenario.
I also like, even if one backfired, that they've been trying to get Ala involved on the map and realizing, hey, like this 1v1 in topside isn't the end-all be-all. Like, you know, not ideal that Wayward has been able to amass such a lead and as well as get 4 turret plates to himself. But like, let's imagine had that first play worked, or are they able to find more off this? Like, you're getting the more critical side of the map ahead if those plays work out. So overall, I like the game plan that EDG been able to put together. Now it's just about being able to execute on it going forward. With Herald coming up in 1 minute, I feel like it's once again going to be about who can get control of bot lane right now to maybe start moving their support up first.
The one thing I will say about that Poppy, Ala managed to get an MVP on that pick with a gold lead in the top side. He's given a gold lead over to Wayward. Let's see if Wayward, after, let's be honest, a pretty tough series from him so far, can have some moments of his own. See if he can have his own mark in the series. Certainly in game number 5, that's where you would want that mark to be. Across the board, pretty big advantages for Top Esports, except, you know, FoFo having a CS lead in the mid lane. The problem for him is it's mitigated by the 2 kills the Rookie has. Yeah,
it really is. It's so, yeah, about even in gold was last time when we saw the gold lead. I think Rookie might have been like slightly higher, but yeah, same play.
3v3 again between the 2 teams. I don't even know who wins this 3v3, to be honest. I guess we'll have to find out as both teams start just throwing abilities at each other. It's actually going to be AD Kaiser coming out as well from Uzi here. Goes for that Kraken Slayer first item.
And not going to be playing the same game that we've seen ever so consistently, feels like, on pretty much every Kaiser recently. But again, going to have a lot of front line to be able to get through. We're going to have solid DPS coming out, AP with FoFo in the mid lane. at least nice damage profile coming through. And now here we are at the time where Herald spawned. So that's why Top Esports were leading 3 members down towards bot. Wasn't necessarily to find a pick, but now it's going to set up for them to get Herald, and I like it. EDG not being one of those teams that kind of gets drawn into posture, lose out, and get nothing. They are going to be able to train back effectively on the opposite side of the map.
Was that shade towards Top Esports there?
No, that is shade to like 90% of the teams in our league. That like go, and like, you know, if you go and you fight and you lose, that's fine. But it's the teams that like go, look at it, and they're like, oh, well, you know, I don't really want to fight this, then back off, and like, it's like, well, now you get nothing. Now you get nothing.
Yeah, EDG acknowledging that they didn't want that fight, taking something elsewhere on the map. Correct play from them as Mark moves up to help Rookie try and finish this tower off. I don't know if Allah can really defend, although Sion very good at clearing those waves, but the cannon there might be too hard. But FoFo's moving over as well to make sure that this tower won't go down just yet, forcing Tian to potentially have to use that Herald up top if they want to finish the tier 1 off. And everything sort of quiets down for a little bit here, which is good for EDG. You know, they've got a Kais that's going AD. That's going to be fantastic in the late game from Uzi. And it's, you know, an Uzi signature pick for this final game as well. Got FoFo bringing out that Azir as well. Does feel like these are picks that are going to work for them later on. If they can have a quiet game here for the next few minutes, they'll be very happy with that. But with Drake coming up in 20 seconds time, Top Esports will want to make action happen.
Yeah, and EDG with the Maokai are going to be able to try and gain a bit more aggressive control with those saplings. So I like that Meiko's using those to get vision down, and at the same time, all the push down pot. So having no point of entry that you won't be able to spot out as EDG and Rookie.
Oh, Rookie. He's in a really awkward spot, and there's no way out of this play. Twisted advance as well. All 5 members of EDG in the mid lane, and Rookie was not ready for it.
I cannot believe he didn't flash over that wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there wasn't a lot of time there. You would have really had to be fast on the fingers to make your way over, but Rookie making a crucial mistake when TS had done such a good job punishing EDG on that bot dive and finding a league, but EDG doing a nice job inching back ever so closely every time.
Tower taken down in the mid lane, so Top Esports gets something, but it's in trade for an Infernal Drake. This is going to be an Infernal Soul in this game. We've had some... Hang on, Allah is in big trouble. Forced to flash, actually. I'm amazed they managed to find an opportunity there off the back of the tower. And now they'll be able to get the tier 1 in the top side as well. Top Esports kind of snowballing off of tempo.
Yeah, great job. There was chains of corruption there into the Q stun from Mark, setting up for all that damage to come out onto Allah. And Rookie being very quick with the TP, so nice fast call by TS, realizing they can pick up more on the map, steal away some of the enemy jungle, and get a bit of vision down. But EDG, 2 dragons now, getting close to that soul point, but here, I figure once you see them is where you'd flash over the wall. I guess Jiejie still would be able to follow with flash himself. So probably, actually, yeah, probably would be the best not to flash. I don't think Rookie would have been able to get away regardless. Yeah. Just nice collapse from EDG to make it possible.
And you know that Skarner is more than willing to flash at you, because you know he's going to be running Hex Splash. You know he's going to get a bunch of movement speed in his build later on as well. So that's not a flash that you want to commit at that point. Rookie realizing that the mistake had already been made there. And now, 3,000 gold, well, I guess 2,500 gold lead for Top Esports off the back of these towers. This bottom tower should be finished off by Wayward. He is tanking the tower currently, and actually, he's still tanking the tower. Okay, no, he managed to finish it off. I thought he was going for Allah there. Wait, what? Wait, Allah
just ulted. I don't know if expecting Wayward to walk a little bit more forward and finding it that way, or like curse over minimap or what,
I think Allah thought what I thought, which was that Wayward felt like he dropped aggro and was trading with Allah still. I thought he was... I didn't realize the shield was going towards the tower, so maybe Allah was on the same page there. Thought he could use the tower damage. Doesn't work out. Not the end of the world, though. As you can see, the cooldown for Sion Ultimate, pretty short. It's already halfway off.
It's nothing. Yeah, he's going to get that one online in no time, especially with the fact that TS not really in a position where they can like rush a Baron and try and, you know, force that down. Dragon still a little bit ways away. And now for TS, it's going to be a lot about controlling vision towards his top side like we see, and then utilizing the poke from the Jace, like we saw FoFo doing that way, not allowing entry, and then picking your fights based on that. EDG, Jiejie still doesn't have flash up, so not going to be as easy. You mentioned the Hex Slash, but Tian goes in.
Tian just charges forwards, totally alone here. The TP now from Wayward, who can move into the play. Mark looking for the engage, double Magnet Storm as Jiejie will go down. Meiko can't escape either, and Top Esports pounce. Rookie once again finding multi-kills.
Like, just going in, realizing Allah's on bot lane, maybe playing off the fact that Allah didn't have ult up even had he joined the fight, and now going to be able to turn it into a Baron. That is the decisiveness you want to see out from TES.
And that is signature Top Esports. 20-minute Baron. They make a play as soon as it's onto the map, and they find themselves the advantage. They had the gold lead, and they know how to use it. Baron taken off of a couple of quick picks. And now resets across the board for Top Esports. EDG, the ball is in your court. What have you got here for Game 5?
Noticing them down, they see Allah bot side. And it's going to be here where they're just running Meiko down. Glacial Prison comes out first into a Chains of Corruption, into a Magnet Storm. Just great layering of this CC, trying to make sure no one can get away. Of course, flashes were used to get away, but able to find that one kill at least is exactly what you want from TS. To now, Baron in tow. Now it's going to be how far they can push this one. We've already hit on how big your Jace is and the poke that's going to be able to do. But EDG with some decent wave clear coming out from the Azir, and now flash up for Jiejie too, can maybe put a bit of pressure on members like Rookie and JackeyLove trying to walk forward.
We got to see something magical out of this Skarner. The Skarner has to be crucial, because this was the wacky draft that EDG wanted for game number 5 in this series. For the series that's going to keep you in the double elimination or eliminate you from playoffs entirely. For the series that Uzi wants revenge on the 2018 IG players that denied him his golden road. Tian with an engage underneath the tower. The Magnet Storm is in, and Jiejie is taken out of the picture before the fight can even begin. Allah's next, and Top Esports show no signs of slowing down anytime today.
No, Top Esports just keep going forward. 2 more kills. They still have Baron for another minute and 20 seconds. They can just keep this one going, and it looks like they will. FoFo living on a knife's edge. Wayward's coming.
FoFo forced 2 flashes out there. He got Rookie and JackeyLove, but he didn't think about losing his own. He's taken out of the picture. We're only 23 minutes in, and Top Esports are breaking the base of EDG. This series has been so close. It's been a nail biter from the start, and now game number 5 at 23 minutes. Top Esports are looking at double inhibitors. What a way to start game number 5 as they move away with a huge advantage, and Rookie once again is king of the Rift.
He really is, as we're going to see in the replay, knowing they could go for the dive with how strong they are. Look how quickly they find the opening kill on the Skarner off the Glacial Prison. And then even just how much damage JackeyLove was putting in the back on Allah. As we're going to see FoFo, like you said, able to get 2 flashes down, going for the big play. And I respect it, right? You're losing so much. You need to try to find something. You're just slowly getting burnt down, but opens himself up to Wayward. Coming in, Mark going to start it off with the crash down, and then just able to continue running the members of Edward Gaming down.
And I feel like EDG feeling the pressure now. They go for a blue buff steal. And Jiejie just moves at the speed of light to get back out of the jungle there. He'll be okay though, he'll survive. Zhonya's online for FoFo as well. Which, you know, kept him alive for a little bit in that previous fight, but wasn't enough for him to actually live through it. Now Supers in 2 lanes here. Uzi showing in the bottom side of the map. That's got to be a green light for Top Esports in this top lane.
It is. They can just go. You can already see Mark trying to make his way around. And let's remember, Bunch, Top Esports only made it to round 2 in spring playoffs. So, like, they've already made it farther by being where they are now, but they want to go to double elim. Mark gonna go in, doesn't find the engage.
They're underneath the tower, and Mark will be the first one to go down. It's a huge ult from Wayward, though, to knock a player asunder. Jiejie cannot participate, and they trade Mark for a tier 2 tower. And honestly, Top Esports, they've got supers pushing into the base. They can just keep going in the top lane.
Yeah, they can, even if it's a 4v5, they have pressure going through. Glacial Prison.
Chain of Corruption to follow up as well. The combo is there. Jiejie thought they'd backed away, but Top Esports, they never back away. You should know that by now, Jiejie. And they can move back into this top side. The Skarner pick has been a disaster for EDG. They tried to be cute, they tried to be clever, it hasn't worked out. Now sieging in the top side. Ala with the ult on in. They've got to try and find a miracle play, but Ala, is he tanky enough? FoFo with a huge ultimate. JackeyLove's been found. In they dive, and the fight might just be won. Uzi still going strong as Rookie tries to find him, but cut down himself. A knock-up onto Wayward. He's going nowhere on this play. Or is he, actually? I say that. He is going to waddle away from this one. But EDG, they keep their playoffs dreams alive.
And Munch, you can't just keep sieging down those turrets when you have no ultis. You had no ultimates on the side of TES, and so many members of EDG had theirs, like we just saw. And it just set up the perfect storm for the engage to come through for EDG. So now buying themselves some time. We're going to see here no ultis for top Esports. Al, of course, has his. FoFo has his. So I love that he sees a bit of an opening in the armor, tries to find JackeyLove, but still giving room for FoFo to go for the Emperor's Divide. Look at JackeyLove, just gets pushed right into his doom, and now able to run it down. Rookie does manage to find one back in terms of FoFo, but then Uzi being left to free hit. And I really just feel like it was an overstay coming out from top Esports when they used all those ults to find the pick onto Jiejie beforehand.
And you see the build now from Uzi. He's here for the team fights. He's got a 2,000 gold lead individually over JackeyLove at this point. Hurricane online and sweeping up super minions. This is the problem with inhibitors. If you can't push it for more, if you can't use them to win the game, then it can just be curtains. You can just feed the enemy carries. Uzi is on 307 CS at 27 minutes.
He's massive. They've been able to funnel gold into him. Mark still looking for flank angles, so hoping to take Uzi down. Has both kinds of flash and look. Already checking out Wayward.
This fight could end the game as Uzi is sent packing. Top Esports have an opportunity. Jiejie forced out of the fight. Out down is FoFo, huge ultimate. Uzi's back into the play. Mark finding him with the CC. Shock blast on in, but Uzi's still alive here. Kiting away. Wayward can't finish him, but Rookie, you know that he can. Shock blast flashed away by Uzi as Meiko left alone in the world. And it's Uzi versus that world. Taken down. Top Esports, they find their win. It takes them 5 games. They're pushed to the edge by EDG, but they remind the world why they were the 4th seed coming into playoffs, why they are a team to be feared, and they move into our double elimination bracket.
Great to see from TES, making it further than they did in spring, making their way to double elim, getting a date with BLG in the next round. And again, with the level of experience, the level of mechanical skill on this